Hi everyone, welcome back to Beauty Beyond 40. Today's video is a long time coming. So many of you have been asking me for my update about my Megelin LED body bag. So I'm going to tell you all about this bag and how I've been testing it out. But before we get into that, if you're new here, hi, my name's Trina. I'm 49 years old. I make videos mostly about beauty devices. So if you're interested in that topic, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I'll leave links to all of this down in the description below. So in today's video, I'm going to talk you through the Megelin LED bag and why red light therapy is so wonderful for your entire body. I'll talk you through all the specs. I have a demo showing you how I use it, and hopefully I'll answer a lot of the questions you have about this bag. So let's get into it. So first off, why it took me so long to make this video is that I got it right before the holiday season and started testing it out, but I wanted to make sure I gave it enough time to test it so I could bring you some feedback about how I'm using it and what I think works best and the different scenarios that might work best for you. I really wanted to make sure that I clearly understood the specs and how many LEDs and the irradiance and all of that about this device, because this is the first red light therapy body device that I have ever used. So this Megelin LED bag comes with two wavelengths, red and near infrared. And the red is 660 nanometers and is visible to the human eye. And the near infrared is 850 nanometers, and that is not visible to the human eye, just like all near infrared wavelengths. And so many of you were asking me to find a good body device that provides infrared and red light therapy, because most of us have seen really incredible results when we use it on our face and our neck and our chest and the back of our hands. And many of us use panels where we can sit in front of it and can get benefits from red light on a much larger surface area. But this bag allows you to slip into it and get red light therapy on the full front and full back side of your body. Now, obviously you can't put your face into the device. I wouldn't recommend doing that. But if you want to treat your face while you're in the bag, you can certainly wear your red light therapy mask on your face at the same time. But this is for the entire body. So you get front and back done in one treatment and you're done. And this bag offers so many benefits for the body. Most people, when they think of red light therapy, they think of skin rejuvenation. So it's boosting collagen and elastin production, it's smoothing out your wrinkles, it's firming up your skin, improving your skin tone and reducing pigmentation. But it does so much more than that. And if you're using a separate device for your chest, like I have a lot of sun damage on my chest, I like to use my LED neck and neck masks on this area to treat my chest. When you have a bag like this, you can pull it all the way up to your neck. You're covering your chest and the rest of your body. So you don't necessarily have to use your chest mask anymore. In addition to the skin rejuvenation, it offers pain and inflammation relief. And I love to use the bag after Pilates because my Pilates classes are really intense. It's called Power Pilates, and it's really painful and you're working out all these muscles that you didn't even know you had. And I often come home really tired and sore. And I've been using the bag, I slip into it after Pilates, and it really does help, especially if I pulled a muscle or if my lower back is hurting because my form wasn't correct, or if I was exercising and any of my muscles are sore, it really does help alleviate the pain. And also, as I've been getting older, I've been noticing my joints are getting a little bit more achy, and I don't know if that's from menopause or because the barometric pressure is changing or because it's really humid. On the ocean, I live really close to the ocean. I don't know what's going on, but I'm noticing that my joints are really achy, like my hips feel achy, and my feet feel achy, and my wrists feel achy, and my back feels achy, and I just love having a bag like this that I can slip into at the end of the day, and it just really helps to alleviate some of that pain. The more I use it, the better I feel. So it does help with pain and inflammation relief. It can also help accelerate wound healing and also athletic performance and results. So not so much you have pain from Pilates, but you want to enhance your athletic abilities and accelerate muscle cell regeneration for better fitness results, you can absolutely use it for that as well. And then a few more benefits of using a bag like this are that it relieves muscle and joint pain, reduces inflammation and boosts immunity, can promote muscle and bone recovery as well. There's so many things this bag does. And the bag is really, really big. It's really long and wide, so I would think that most people can fit inside the bag. I was really impressed with how large it is. The bag has 7,560 LEDs in total, and there are 2,520 red LEDs at 660 nanometers and 5,040 near infrared LEDs at 850 nanometers. So that's a lot of LEDs. It really covers all of your body, and the device does get really bright, but if you're slipping into it and you're using it as a bag, it doesn't bother my eyes at all because it's all covered and closed up and zipped up and I don't see it. But there are other ways that you can use the bag. You can zip it open, you can lay on it like a mat, and it can be pretty bright depending on what level you're using. So if you are sensitive to light, you could absolutely put on goggles or glasses to cover and protect your eyes, but I haven't had to do that yet. I'm not very sensitive to red light. Scientific research suggests that red light is not harmful to the eyes and may even have some benefits. Megelin recommends you should not stare directly at the LED lights because this could cause eye strain. I wouldn't recommend doing that with any of your devices. I think most of us know that, but just wanted to touch on that because I'm sure the question is going to come up about your eyes. Some more of the specs. It does come with a user manual that you can refer to, and it will help you when you're getting started with using the bag, helps you with setup and the different modes and levels and everything. The irradiance goes up to 120 milliwatts per centimeter square. That's a really high irradiance, and that's because it's for the body. Generally, we see lower irradiance for the face, but for the body, that is fine, and you can turn on or off pulsed light, which I think is really great. A lot of us are familiar with pulsed light. You can turn it on or off. You can use either 10 hertz or 40 hertz. I believe these are different frequencies of the pulsing light, and the 10 hertz is good to address deep pain and inflammation. So perfect for after Pilates or a workout. And the 40 hertz mode focuses on enhancing skin beauty and promoting overall skin health. If you're going for anti-aging and skin smoothing and working on hyperpigmentation, 40 hertz would be better. If you're working on pain relief and inflammation after a workout, or you're going for that athletic performance, 10 hertz would be the better choice. And you can control all of this from the controllers, so it's really easy. The bag has 5 different levels, and they all have different irradiance ranges, and I'll list those all down in the description below, but it goes up to 120 milliwatts per centimeter squared. But keep in mind, the higher the intensity, the higher the temperature. The lights are all covered by like a clear plastic panel so that it protects your body from touching the actual lights, but it's clear so the light can penetrate through. But the higher the level, the higher the temperature, and when I'm in that bag, I start to sweat. So just keep that in mind. It is not an infrared sauna bag. I wanted to make sure that that's clear. There's a lot of confusion about these bags and these types of mats and technologies. What's the difference? And I have featured an infrared sauna bag on my channel in the past. This is not an infrared sauna bag. It is not meant to use infrared heat to make your body sweat to get benefits of a sauna. This is a red light and near infrared light bag. You will sweat because it does get hot the higher the level it's on. I mean, I sweat. I don't know how much you sweat, but I definitely sweat. But that's not what the purpose is. But I just wanted to put it out there that it is different from a sauna bag. A sauna bag has infrared heat. It doesn't have lights. You don't see any lights. This is actually red lights and near infrared lights that are penetrating into your skin. The products feature advanced shielding technology that blocks EMF or electromagnetic fields. So it is in fact a zero EMF device. I know that is very important for many of you watching. When you use the bag, you cannot turn off NIR. It's red and near infrared together, on or off, pulsed or not. So that is not an option. But when you're working with the body, I would think that near infrared is what you would want. And then based on the level you use, 1 through 5, you're in control of the irradiance. I usually use it on like level 3 because it gets pretty hot for me, but I bet if you put it on level 5 and used it for a while, you could see some weight loss. But I haven't tested that, but I bet you could because it does get really hot and it's hotter than you would use for your face, so that makes sense. So there's 3 modes. Mode 1 is constant light mode that's not pulsing. The second mode is 10 hertz pulse mode, and the third mode is 40 hertz pulse mode. So it's really easy to switch between those. And you can set the timer so that your treatment will last from 10 minutes to 90 minutes, and there's an auto shut off timer. So you set the timer and then you can lay back, and like if you fall asleep for some reason, it will automatically shut off, which is great because it's really relaxing when you're in the bag, and I tend to fall asleep, so I like that it will shut off. Megelin recommends using the bag 3 to 4 times a week for 15 to 30 minutes per session. And of course, you can adjust that, use it a little less, use it a little more based on the results you're after, but don't use the red light bag more than once per day. Like if you're gonna get into the bag and do a session, only do it once per day at maximum. I don't think it's a good idea to overdo it, but this is a good place to start. 3 to 4 times a week, 15 to 30 minutes. And I was generally doing it 30 minutes each time I got into the bag, and I was doing it 3 times a week. And you should continue to use it for a few weeks for best results. And that makes sense because we all know that new collagen and new elastin takes at least 30 days to come to the surface of the skin. It will take a while to start to see improvements in your skin. However, if you're using it for inflammation and pain, you will feel results sooner than that, because I certainly did. I started to feel better the first week I started using it after Pilates. So first you'll start to feel better, and then you'll start to look better. And it does take time for these changes to happen. So be consistent, just like I say with all devices. The bag does ship globally. You can go to their website and go check it out. Shipping for the bag will be free. And the lifespan is 80,000 hours, and it comes with a 1-year warranty. And for now, the bag is FDA registered. They're currently going through the process of getting the bag FDA cleared. That does take time. So for now, it is registered with the FDA. So if that is important to you, I will continue to update the description below if I see that status change. But for now, it is an FDA Class 2 registered device. So now I have a demo showing you how you use the bag, and it's really easy to use. There are 2 mats that you connect with zippers to make it a bag. So that's an important point, because there may be some times when you want to lay it flat and only use it like a mat, so you can lay on it and you can have your partner or your friend or even your pet lay on the other side. You can unzip them and separate them so that you have 2 separate mats. But to get the full benefit, you would use it like a bag, where you would zip them together, zip it all the way up, and then each mat has its own controller. So you have to plug it in and then set the control for each mat. So the bag doesn't have just one controller, it has 2, and I really like that because then it's really flexible. It's a pricey device and it has a lot of flexibility, a lot of versatility, so you don't have to only use it as a bag. You can use it as a mat, and I found that I like to unzip it and use it as a mat and take it downstairs and use it while I'm watching TV, for example. But when I'm coming home from Pilates, I like to use it as a bag and zip it all the way up and slip in and kind of get cozy before I'm going to bed. So there are a lot of different ways you can use it. And I also like that you can share using it with another person. And when you get into the bag, it's best to not be wearing any clothes so that you can get the full benefit of the red light and your infrared light on your body. But for the purposes of this demo, obviously I'm wearing clothing so that I can do this demo, but I wanted to point out that it's best for you to not wear any clothing. I suppose you could wear some thin light colored clothing if you really need to, then the light's not really gonna penetrate as well. So I think it's best to just not wear anything when you get into the bag. Now, when I'm done with my session, I let the bag cool down, and then I take a damp washcloth and I spritz it with some alcohol spray, and then I wipe it down just to make sure it's clean for the next time that I use it. And then I let it dry. I like to use these silicone cord ties so that I can wrap up the controllers and easily keep them tangle free for the next time I use it. Because before I started doing that, I would go to set up the bag and the cords would be all tangled and messy, and I just would look at it at the end of the day and be like, I can't deal with this, I'm not using it. So I found that when I'm more organized and I keep the cords tidy and I roll up the bag and keep it stored, it's just so much easier to just pick up and bring over to wherever I'm using it and set it up. So I recommend doing the same. Or if you have the luxury of having extra space where you can just leave the bag out, that would be ideal. Or you could set up the mats and leave them, like if you have an exercise room, that would be really great to just leave it there. But I have a really small place and I cannot leave devices like this out because I just don't have the space. It would create so much clutter. So I like that it's really flexible, and I roll it up and I store it in one of my big blue IKEA shopping bags. If you shop at IKEA, you know what I mean. It's the perfect size for this bag because then you're able to roll it up and keep it out of the way. You can put it under your bed, you can put it into a closet. It's a lot more convenient than having a big LED bed like those old tanning beds that we used to use. You can get an LED bed like that, like a big hardcover one that would, I don't know, if you had like space in your house like Kim Kardashian does, you could have an LED bed, but I don't have the space for that, nor the budget. I really like that the bag will fit most homes and most lifestyles and be flexible, and also will fit most body types because it is really large. If you want to shop the bag, it is currently on sale, and I have a promo code you can use to save a little bit extra. I'll have all of that linked down in the description below so you can click through to shop. You can also do a payment plan. They have a couple of options on the site here if you want to buy it now and then pay in installments over time to make it a little bit more affordable or budget friendly. When I got mine in the mail, it shipped super fast, but keep in mind it's really heavy. I think it's 20 pounds. Let me see. Yeah, it's 20 pounds. So when it arrives, it's heavy. So you'll need somebody to help you carry it in to your house and help you set it up. But once you get it set up, it's really easy to use. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about the Megelin LED bag, leave them in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, give it a like, share with a friend, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.